If you've sailed long enough, you learn something simple. The ocean doesn't care about your plans, but after 60, something else changes. You don't just think about range. You think about effort, about systems you can still manage alone, about decks you can move across confidently. Because at this stage, a boat doesn't just test your skill, it tests your energy. Today, we're looking at 10 used sailboats that experienced sailors still choose, not because they're flashy, but because their designs age well. Simple systems, honest layouts, boats that won't fight you when the miles start adding up. Let's start with Bristol 27 at number 10. If world sailing comes down to judgment more than power, this classic is worth a serious look. Bristol stayed true to Carl Alberg's proven formula: full keel, narrow beam, graceful overhangs, creating a boat with real, go-anywhere confidence. The solid fiberglass hull and ballast ratio of over 39% deliver steady tracking and composure to windward, the kind of stability that lets you rest while still making miles. Inside, it's pure simplicity done right. Practical V-berth forward, enclosed head, opposing settees in the saloon, and a smart galley with excellent storage. Everything needed for realistic long passages. Best of all, good examples often sell under $20,000, one of the smartest budget blue water options. It's not spacious or fast in light air, but the Bristol 27 gives what truly matters: timeless lines, genuine offshore toughness, and remarkable lasting value. What do you think about the Bristol 27 underrated pocket cruiser or future classic? Share your thoughts below. Next, let's see the Corbin 39 at number 9. Marius Corbin created this boat from simple requirements: about 40 feet, comfortable, giving good performance to windward and in light air, strong enough for around-the-world cruising. Underwater, a long fin keel, skeg-supported rudder, canoe stern, and cutter rig combine for directional stability and manageable sail handling. The helm feels composed rather than demanding, a welcome trait for sailors over 60 who prefer confidence over drama. More interesting, the aft cabin provides true privacy, while the saloon and galley are arranged for practical, long-term living with generous storage throughout. Often found under $80,000 in good condition, this rare cruiser rewards those seeking safety, individuality, and serious blue water capability. Number 8 is Tradewind 33, a standout among John Rock's traditional designs. This is a boat with a very clear point of view. It is built with one clear priority: resilience. Heavy hand-laid fiberglass, a fully encapsulated full keel, and a protected keel-hung rudder make it exceptionally tough below the waterline. Because of its generous displacement, it needs a steady breeze to show its pace. In around 15 knots of wind, the motion settles into something calm and reassuring. In return, it offers surprising space below deck, with a split-level layout, galley up, saloon just below, designed for offshore safety. On the used market, Tradewind 33s typically range from $45,000 to $70,000, solid value for proven seaworthiness. Perhaps it's best summed up by a longtime owner who shared with us, "I've owned a Tradewind 33 for 26 years. I'm 73 now, and feel always safe knowing these boats stand every weather." And if honest, in-depth blue water sailboat reviews matter. Subscribe for real strengths, real compromises, and practical cruising insight. At number 7 is the Dana 24. This pocket cruiser carries the soul of a much larger yacht. Its solid fiberglass hull and nearly 8,000 pounds of displacement give steady, reassuring motion in bigger seas. The modified full keel and protected rudder add confidence, yet it stays surprisingly responsive, even in light 10-knot winds. The cutter rig keeps sail handling simple and efficient, especially for solo or short-handed sailing. Below deck, it offers 6 feet 1 inch headroom, a V-berth forward, and a practical galley with a 2-burner stove and a deep sink. Mile after mile, it remains a comfortable place to live. A big, practical bonus: it can be trailer-hauled, saving on winter storage costs. On the market, used Dana 24s typically list between $49,000 and $80,000, holding value remarkably well. Now, if you want to know what modern designs were quietly left behind, don't miss the deep dive into the classic features that once made offshore sailboats truly bulletproof. At number 6, we have Toshiba 31. Robert Perry's final double-ender in this lineage pairs a full keel, cutaway forefoot, and graceful canoe stern into a hull that tracks true and points higher than most traditional cruisers. Built by Toshiba in limited numbers in the mid-1980s, it feels solid, composed, and quietly capable offshore. For sailors over 60, that composure matters. The cutter rig is easy to manage alone, the motion offshore is gentle, and long passages demand less physical strain. Below, rich teak joinery frames a layout that favors function over excess, a genuine V-berth forward, balanced opposing settees, a seaworthy galley, abundant stowage, and nearly 6 feet 3 inches of headroom that makes life aboard feel natural rather than confined. Toshiba 31 won't impress in drifting conditions, yet at around $40,000 it stands apart, value strong, and deeply reassuring for those who prefer steadiness over speed. At number 5 is the Endeavour 37 center cockpit. Offered in sloop or ketch rig, this American classic appeals to a broad range of owners. Its moderate displacement, long fin keel, and skeg-hung rudder strike a smart balance between maneuverability and rugged protection, especially reassuring for older skippers. Solid fiberglass construction ensures strength for offshore miles. It prioritizes steadiness and longevity over speed. The center cockpit layout delivers real comfort. A spacious aft cabin, practical galley, ample storage, wide side decks, and sturdy handholds for safe deck work. And the purchase price won't be an issue for you either. It usually ranges from $25,000 to $50,000, depending on condition and upgrades. For extended passages or even a circumnavigation, it provides a steady, practical platform built around comfort and reliability. At number 4, a boat shaped by conviction, not fashion. Cape George 36. The Cape George 36 belongs firmly to the second group. When Kirsten Neuschafer drove Minnehaha through the Southern Ocean to win the 2022 Golden Globe race, the design didn't become famous, it became confirmed. Only then does the lineage matter. Long keel, tall bulwarks, and cutter rig drawn for control rather than speed. It doesn't react, it absorbs. If you're over 60, the appeal is simple: predictable motion, secure footing, and a sail plan that can be handled without strain. Step below, and the tone shifts to quiet substance. Solid teak, proper sea berths, a capable galley, and storage meant for real passages. Expect $70,000 to $85,000 for good examples. Not lively in light air, but entirely at home when conditions turn serious. At number 3, We come to a name that hardly needs introduction: the Sail 32. It quickly became a symbol of the self-sufficient blue water dream. In published lists of Sail yachts that have successfully circumnavigated the globe, the Sail 32 consistently accounts for the largest share. That is thanks to the heavy displacement of roughly 19,500 pounds, a solid fiberglass hull, a full keel, and a cutter rig. Yes, it was drawn for ocean passages first and everything else second. Handling favors simplicity and control. Even the captain is older. Don't be surprised, because it feels more like a small ship than a yacht. With a deep salon, practical galley, sea berths, and ample storage built for long passages. Affordable under $70,000 in good condition, it was designed to carry what you need and keep carrying it. So, would you choose a Sail 32 for a solo ocean crossing? At number 2 is the Halberg Rossi 352, a pillar not only of Swedish boat building, but of sailors who are older in age and still driven to explore the world. Displacing nearly 15,000 pounds with a long fin keel and skeg-hung rudder, it delivers steady tracking and protection below the waterline. It is not a racer, but it offers reassuring control offshore. And the center cockpit with its windscreen helps reduce fatigue on long passages. Inside, it can feel like a small apartment for retirement years. Complete living space, proper galley, and an aft cabin accessed from the deck passage. As one owner shared, "We bought our HR 352 from 1987 for blue water sailing as a family." It is not as inexpensive as a Sail, yet many examples remain under $95,000, a fair price for the confidence it brings on long ocean crossings. At number 1, it stands the Olsen 38. In the late 1960s, Einar Olsen designed this Swedish classic to blend wooden boat grace with fiberglass strength, resulting in a yacht proven in offshore racing and circumnavigations. Its heavy displacement, narrow beam, deep fin keel, and skeg-hung rudder give exceptional upwind performance with solid stability, a rare mix of speed and control that seasoned sailors love. The interior stays practical and seamanlike: V-berth forward, efficient saloon, capable galley, and good storage for long passages, even with the slim hull. Many used examples continue to hold reasonable value, with asking prices commonly ranging from $35,000 to $85,000, offering fair value and room for future plans. While the narrow beam requires attentive trim, the Olsen 38's speed, seaworthiness, and timeless elegance make it the ultimate trusted choice for men over 60 chasing global horizons. And that concludes our list. Each of these boats carries a different philosophy, but all share one common trait: they were built to take you farther than the shoreline. If you're curious, which boats were built to last a lifetime? Watch the previous breakdown of the toughest live-aboard sailboats built for long-haul durability.